Welcome to The Experts, Experts in Tech. Here we explore what makes companies successful in today's world. My name is Miguel, and today we will be talking about cloud security. For this topic, we are bringing for you our special guest, Johny. Johny is a business cyber protection advisor and an enterprise data protection officer. He's an internationally recognized expert, giving conferences at prestigious organizations as the MIT, the ISACA, and the Haute École de Gestion in Geneva. He started his career at KPMG at the Information Risk Management Department and has been working for Orange Business Services for the last 16 years, being his last position Infrastructure, Security, and Compliance Officer. Stay with us today to learn more about the relevance of security for the cloud transformation of enterprises. Hi, Johny. Welcome to Tech Experts. How are you?
Good. And you, Miguel?
Thank you. I'm good too. Thank you very much. I'm very happy to have you with us today.
Yes, it is my pleasure. This is my pleasure.
You are the best persons for talking about cloud security, so it's fantastic to have you with us. Before we start talking about the main topic of the day, would you like to give a short introduction on whom Johny is?
So I'm based in Geneva, in Switzerland, and I'm doing cybersecurity since more than 20 years. At this time, it was not cybersecurity; it was another wording, but the job is the same. And perhaps something that is I've realized not so long ago is I like it. It's not a job for me. And it's like a passion. I like to help my customer when they have troubles, when they have problems, if they could avoid the problems and detect sufficiently early. For me, I think this is a passion. I like it, and probably in everything I do, it's passion. I do a lot when I was a cyclist, when I'm organizing sports events in cycling, notably, but also working with the children in the bicycle security. It's important, but for me, this is always with passion. So I don't have a job. I have several passions.
Yeah, that's very good. And on what topics are you working today? What is your main focus when talking about cybersecurity?
Today is the famous Log4j scalability. Yeah, so since 1 week, I think that we have a lot, but other than that, we have a lot with the cloud security and really helping the customer with linking the business with the cyber security. Usually we can see that the management is not understanding really the cyber security. They understand this is an issue, but we see really that the companies, if they are waiting to have a security breach, a major incident to invest so much, it's because they were not understanding the effective risk exposure. And this is something I think where I'm not too bad. This is to permit the management to understand those cyber risks and doing this translation, also explaining to the IT world and the digital world or cybersecurity world what the business needs, where are the things to protect, and sometimes because the confidentiality, what could be the life cycle. This is something really important to me, and currently I see that most of the company are struggling with that. Security is reporting everything green, and when it is not. We could have a session also on the measuring the performance of the security, etc. But I think it's another subject. So with the cloud adoption, the both are becoming together. We have the cloud adoption because the business wants to have it, and we need to secure this. And of course, you need to measure that you are effectively safe, not only from a technical point of view, but from a business point of view, which for me is far more important.
Exactly, yes, because I have here some data from Statista that says that today in 2021, already 50% of all the corporate data is stored in the cloud. This is a 67% increase in the last 5 years, from 30% to 50% today. And then for the next 5 years, according to Gartner, the cloud spending will exceed 45% of all the IT enterprise spending. This is a 164% increase from today, 2021, to 2026. 164% increase on the IT or in the percentage of the IT spending. I mean, this is clear that why companies are doing this move. The move to the cloud is bringing a more flexibility, is helping them to scale, is bringing automation, for example, for software updates. So there is a strong business case for increasing the investment into cloud infrastructures, cloud software, cloud applications. But what are the risks of this move into the cloud from a security point of view?
Of course, there are several, and I think the security has been pushing back the cloud adoptions for years, and sometimes with good reasons, sometimes not. But again, we are back on the business risk, and we need to think about what are the processes that we are putting in the cloud, what are the data we are putting in the cloud, and to have also the question, is it not better in the cloud or is it better internally, or we could have at the business level that it should have. Because it's not the question, is the cloud more secure or less, because depending on who you are, but what you need. And it's different from a process, from an organization to the other. Another element, this is that in the cloud, there is a lot of shadow IT. Most of the companies are not realizing how much they are already in the cloud, which data are really in the cloud. Because of their user with their smartphone, where they bring their own device, or using some application to synchronize between two machines and things like that, there is already a lot of things that the companies are not understanding. Then you have in large multinational, you have one entity, one group asking to have a special development to an external company. This company is using AWS, for example, to host their server. They have all the code of the application and things like that on GitHub. You are already in the cloud. And there is, for me, this is quite worrying when we look at what the customer have effectively in the cloud and that they don't realize. And as usually it's done in the rush because we have a specific project for a specific date, and this is the reason we are not using our own IT, that we go to something more flexible, more fast to develop. It means also less secure because those guys are not looking about the security, not understanding the security of the cloud, the technology, what should be done differently, etc. So which is leading to things that are, let's say, uncomfortable. The number of MySQL instance open to the internet that you can do RDP, so the remote desktop protocol, you can connect. You see Samba open, Telnet. It's hundreds and hundreds, and I think that each company has at least dozens of such a case. And it's probably my first advice. I would say that you need to search, actively search for this shadow IT. It is existing. So you could use some CASB or the next generation firewall that you have on the edge, or the solution like Zscaler, but also Palo Alto Prisma and a lot of other have those solutions that you should look at the logs. What your users are effectively using, to what are they connecting. We could also use the security rating companies. So because it's interesting what they will do. For example, if you are a multinational, they will look about all the entities, all the companies that you are owning, selling, create a joint venture, and linking this to you and searching for those domains that they have registered, the IP block that they have, and they will report on this. So this is something very, very interesting. Take care, they are not all at the same level. I would say that I don't know if I can give the names, but they are usually the ones at the top right. If you look at Gartner or Forrester, what you can see that read carefully, the false positive rate is quite high. Personally, I don't use them. I use another solution where the false positive rate is really, really low, and this is something better. And for me, I'm using that, I'm taking those IP address, those domains, and then we do vulnerability scan because it's just to passive information collection, and it's only what is publicly available. And with the scan, we can know a little more. And this is really something important. So use the CASB, use those things, make a combination, and analyze. And not only say, my SQL is open to the internet, I need to close this port, and you search for that and say, cool, you did it. But you need also to understand what is the business behind. Is it critical? At which time? Because data has a life cycle. And you need to understand and take the opportunity when you discover to understand who is the owner, discussing with them about what they do. And this is a unique opportunity, and unique also to tackle the root cause of that. Why you have not detected? Why they have been going directly to the cloud or hiring a company that has been without informing? You need to understand and doing better, because this is something that I can tell a lot of companies have an issue with IT. They have a big issue. I give you one example. They are reporting the security with the metrics of performance. 98% of the servers patched within 30 days. 30 days because 30 days later, Microsoft will publish a new set of vulnerabilities and patches, so they would like to close it before. It's not based on a business needs or business criticality. But for me, the main issue with that, this is that as long as they are with the 98%, that's good. They report green. And then if they are going, they will never think why we have not been patching in the cloud correctly. They are not progressing. It would be like if in the aeronautics, say we have a plane crashing, 300 people killed, and you look this from a security mindset. You look, say, but all the other planes in the year have landed safely, so we are 99.99999 good, so we do nothing. It's green. This is exactly how the companies and the security are working currently. And this is a bigger issue with the cloud because this is exposed. You don't have this famous castle around all your critical device. So you need to have more. And I'm going to another advice, very important. Cloud, it's a new technology. Securing the cloud requires new tools, different techniques. So it means that you need training, a lot of training for your guys. IT and security, a lot of training. And then when they are trained, they don't have the experience. So you need to exercise also. Of course, it will take months, years. So this is why the companies should have no shame to ask for help, external support from companies and consultant, advisor to help them, because they will have the same level of experience, but in 2, 3, 5 years. So it's not only you need the training and you need to exercise, get this experience. And don't forget, if you started wrong, it's difficult. And here again, I see a lot of companies going in the cloud because there is a strategic decision. We go cloud first. Or I see now some companies telling we are data center less. They are moving everything to the cloud. But for the cloud first, it's more or less a decision from the business for some to leverage the benefit of the cloud. And okay, we go. We need a project. Next year we are here, or this year, because here in January we have a lot to go with that. Okay, cool. But you're putting your eggs, it's like a bird putting his eggs on a tree. I never seen that. What they do first, they create a nest, and when the nest is ready, mature enough, then they put the eggs here, and then they protect, they relay 24/7 to have the eggs protected, so on. What I see with most of the companies, they do lift and shift and say, and then we will improve. So first, they are missing a lot of the benefit of the cloud, but it means that during this time, the data are not secure as they were before. And this is quite worrying. And I totally concur with Gartner when they are telling 99% of the security breach in the cloud will be the customer fault. Yeah, I agree. And I would say, no, it's 102%, even more. And this is something that the companies need to realize and to understand. Prepare your nest, protect your eggs 24/7. So it means that you need to be ready to cope with some alerts, attack at night or at Christmas. Could have some attacks. You need to be ready for that over the weekend. And it's not only that you need the security analyst, because if they detect something, they have to ask perhaps to isolate a site, to shut down the mail service, a business application, a factory. They need to have some approval at highest level. So you need to have a full process that 24/7 you can have some people empowered say, yes, we shut down this factory, we shut down this business application, this customer portal, we shut down. You need to have this, and I don't see so many companies that have this maturity when, from a security perspective, they absolutely need. And then, because there is a business impact, if the customer data is stolen, it has an impact on the reputation. Depending on your business, this is a big deal or not. But you have to be ready for. And we see so many companies not being ready for the crisis management. Also, it's another subject that we could probably discuss one day. Is this
it will be my
preparation
pleasure.
for crisis? Yes. So I hope it's answering your first question.
Yes, thank you very much. Then in a nutshell, what are the three main recommendations that you would have for an enterprise moving into a cloud first or cloud transformation program?
Yeah. I said one of my advice was to actively search what is currently used in the cloud, and actively, and it's not a one shot, it's really every single day you are searching for that and trying to understand why the people are not going with the process to request this, going into your tenant or hiring a local developer to do something that they will host for you, this kind of thing. You really need to understand to propose solution and with the time reduce the occurrence of such a scenario. Mm-hmm. I've already mentioned the training and getting the experience. Those are the among the first element. Another, I see the companies saying that we would like to be multi-cloud, being able to move from one to the other and so on. Yeah, that's nice. You keep this possibility. It's nice. But at the same time, I see those companies say, okay, we are using Microsoft. They are quite strong with the security. They have a lot of security center with Sentinel, a lot of things. They have the authenticator. It's great. Yes, this is absolutely true. But from a customer experience, your user, your employees and colleagues, it's not really good that when they connect to this cloud, they have to use Google Authenticator. When this one is the Microsoft, then they have another one, Gemalto, and then they have Symantec. All those applications that are on their smartphone. So it's not good for the user experience, but also it means that if an attacker is putting a new portal that is like try to mimic a strong authentication system, your user would just not realize that it's something different. Each time it's different. That if you have one solution fitting for all, here they will immediately notify you, say, it has changed. Why? Is it correct? Have I done something wrong? They will ask. The same if you you have DLP, for example, the data leakage prevention in your premise on the endpoint. You should have the same for every cloud. You cannot have different behavior because it's in the cloud A or the cloud B or still stored internally. For your teams, it will be not also possible to get all the different things and having different score, different element. You need to have one solution that is fitting everything, and there are plenty of solutions, but please select one. And for me, this is really something important, that you have the same for the user management. You should have really one solution, and take care about providing the password management. So it could be with a lot of solution, with single sign-on, with identification, authorization. We have a lot on the market you have to think about, but really use one with multi-factor authentication, because every company having suffered a large security breach or ransomware, as an example, which is high currently on the hype of the cyber attack, it has also the data that are stolen at this time, and you have an extortion trying to get some money that you're not you don't see your confidential information being sold to your competitor, being publicly available, and you need to take care about this. And the companies having suffered from this, they are always implementing the multi-factor authentication for every single user as a basic. You connect to the office, then yes, first multi-factor. Like if you would have been working from home, normally this is what you do. You build the VPN, you just enter the multi-factor, you are in. Then when you will be back to the office, you do exactly the same. And really have this segmentation, meaning that if someone is able to capture the password of one of your user or admin, it can still do nothing, because this is one of the critical components for the lateral movement. And most of the companies, again, are not using password management tool, making the things easy for their user. So the user are pragmatic. You need to remember a password long like this. You need to have special characters, letters, capital letters, etc. A lot of complexity, change every month, every 90 days. And then you have for every application, every website, professional, private. So this is just impossible. So what the user are doing, it's quite simple. They are using the same password, and then they just are using one at the end, then a two, then a three, etc. So this is something to take care. Make their life easier by having password management tool. We have excellent management tool for that, and really think that it is easier for the user. If the user has everything easy, he will not go for his own tool. He will not go for the most easiest solution and using the cloud outside the control and so on. Just make them happy, understand why they would like to have this, rather to say, no, it's not approved by security. Just ask, not say yes or no, just ask, why do you need it? Asking why it is not working what you have already that is available. Are you aware that we have this solution to transfer file? Here it will help. And this is, again, something important. But I think those are the main recommendation I would see, because those are the ones that the companies are lacking today. There are a lot of good things to do, but it's usually done. So I would say that having a CSPM, Cloud Security Posture Management, for your cloud when you have an infrastructure, today is like an anti-malware. You need to have it. Cloud workload protection, quite a good idea. You don't know what it is? It's the anti-malware in the cloud. It is not named anymore an anti-malware. So you need to have this. And I will finish this part by reminding a basic concept. It's the Schwartau concept. Usually when I just use this word, people say, wow, Schwartz, it looks like sexy, but it's really something basic. You are at risk the time you need to detect that you have a problem and remediate. So you need to have this capacity to detect that you are using the cloud, which data are here, and having some solution to take remediation. And as you need time to understand that you have an issue, to analyze, to qualify, and then establish a plan to remediate. So you need time, and you need to buy some time. So it means that you need this famous defense in depth model, having several layers of protection, and that if one is reduced because of vulnerability, because of a user mistake, whatever, then you have another defense that is still buying for you sometimes to detect, treat, and remediate.
Good. Thank you very much, Johny, for this insightful introduction and the recommendations. I believe they will be very helpful for people in the audience. In case someone wants to contact you for further questions or for clarifications, how can they reach you out?
Oh, of course, LinkedIn is a good solution. I will provide you, Miguel, with the direct link that you can publish here, and also my email address. You can always send an email. It is welcome. Don't expect that I will answer within the next hour, but I will answer. This is for sure. And I'm happy. I say it's my passion to help the people to avoid problems or to solve when they have already the problems. So yes, if they have troubles, if they would like to understand their posture, how they could do the tips and tricks to get their management to understanding the issue, getting additional budget for something, I think that they should not hesitate to give me a call. I will not give the phone number, but at least an email, LinkedIn, and we can get in touch, trying to find something good.
Yes, I believe it will be very helpful for them to know more detail how you can support them. Then, thank you very much, Johny, for this great introduction. It was fantastic. I'm taking your offer for talking about crisis management. Let's plan it for further episodes, and have a very nice day.
Thank you, Miguel. It was
Talk
my
to you
pleasure.
soon. Bye.
Talk to you soon. Bye.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a thumbs up. This helps us to grow. And as well, please subscribe to our channel. We are as well on Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. All of the links are in the description below. Thank you very much for joining Techsperts, and see you in the next one.